Hi, everyone, and welcome to Faith in an Ever Changing World Encouragement and Hope. I'm Janet Harley, your host, and it is an honor to have with me today Isaac Hernandez. Hi, Isaac, and thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. The honor is all mine.
Oh, bless you. Isaac is a TV show host, Faith on Film, but he's also so many more things, and you can read about more about him in the post. And after this short break, a brief introduction, we will get back with Isaac. Stay with us. And welcome back. Isaac, if you will, please share with us in this season what has God given you to do and how is faith helping you do it?
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you say this season because I think a lot of times as we go through life, we don't realize that we're actually parts of seasons. Even in God's purpose, there are seasons that take
There
place.
are.
And
Hmm.
yeah, and a lot of times when we're young, we think, oh, this is it. God's got me in the right place now and I'm going to move forward. And then a few years later, when that ends, you kind of go, oh my goodness, did I miss it or what happened to me? And that has happened to me several times actually. But now that I'm more mature, as as I look back, I realize that number one, yes, they were seasons. And
Mm,
the other thing is that they actually all kind of connect. So, in other words, all of them have led me on to the next and then on to the next. And they've prepared me in some way for
hmm.
what is today's season.
Yep.
Now, is today's season it? Is that it? Have I reached the ultimate one? I don't know. This could be for a few years and then something else comes in.
Yeah.
Uh, but it does help to understand that and to not let when a season ends to kind of disillusion you or discourage you. Uh,
Right.
I think that was very helpful to me 2 years ago when after like 13 years at a job that probably has been the best job I've ever had. Now, I've been in Christian media, Christian television all my life, pretty much. I mean, I started volunteering at a network called Trinity Broadcasting Network when I was, I think, like 17 years old.
Wow.
It's a long time ago. And
Yeah.
eventually got hired there and then did 25 years with Trinity Broadcasting. And then, there were other times I did freelance work. But this particular job was one that I really enjoyed a lot. Not that I didn't enjoy the others, it's just that this one was very good for me financially, for instance.
Yeah.
And then 2 years ago, it came to an end. That was it. They had to lay off a bunch of people. I was
Yeah.
one of those. Now, I
Yeah.
could have, had I still been in my younger years, I could have been devastated. Oh no, I lost my job. But in this particular time, I actually got excited. When I got the call, sorry, we're going to have to lay you off. I got excited because I knew that means that there's a new thing coming. God already
Music.
has a new season for me.
Mm-hmm.
What is that season? Well, it's interesting that just a couple of months before I got laid off, I had started doing a TV show called Faith on Film. The reason for that show was literally that at it was like 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, I wake up and the first thought on my head immediately was do a show in which you interview people in the Christian film industry. That was it. Simple as that. No further instructions, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just do a show in which you interview people in the Christian film industry. And then I began to think about that. And first of all, I thought, well, I've never been in front of the camera. I mean, I've been a director all my life, and
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be something different. But I knew I had to obey because I'm used to that already. You obey God. It doesn't matter what you want, it's what He wants. And so I began to think about it. Okay, what do I do? So I thought, well, okay, I will just launch a YouTube channel and put on this show in which I interview, people as a little podcast. But what I did was I posted on Facebook, I'm going to do this show. I'm going to be interviewing people in the Christian film industry, and it will debut April 1st. And then I thought, oh my God, that's April Fool's Day. So I put on there. So I put it. No, this is not an April Fool's joke. This is real. I'm gonna do it. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I knew that if I didn't make it public and not, not be accountable, I would probably talk myself out of it. At some point I would go, what am I thinking? I couldn't do that. I've never done that. There's no way I can do it. But because I made it public, then I knew I have to do it because my word is very important to me. I am committed to doing it. You're committed now. So I put that on there. And I mean, immediately within probably a few hours when I put that in, I get a message on the comments line from a streaming network, a worldwide streaming network. And the guy said, Isaac, can I carry your show on my streaming platform? Wow. So I said, you do realize it's not a big show. It's just going to be me, like I'm doing right here, me in my house, and my guests will be brought in through the internet as well. So it's not like this big set and big show and all that. And he said something very interesting that just really made me, it just really humbled me. And that was, it doesn't matter. It's you that I'm interested in. I thought, wow, okay. I wonder, what is that all about? So I said, okay, I'll do it. This is all on the comments line, by the way, for all the public to see. So then I get another comment from a guy that was running a pretty big network that was on DirecTV. Now, this is a broadcast, not a streaming platform. This is a broadcast network. Into, I think back then it was like 17 million homes. And he was working for the same company that I was working at the time. I hadn't been laid off yet. So he says, well, Isaac, you work for us. How come we're not getting your show? So I said, Bob, it's not a big show. I mean, he goes, well, you let me decide that. So before I even started the show, I was already on a worldwide streaming platform and a cable network in the 17 million homes or so. That's God. That's God. So you ask, how does faith play a part in this? Well, it's because I put all my faith in God and I don't question what he wants me to do. I say, God, whatever you're going to do with this, you do it. 2.5 years later now, I'm on 25 with Faith on Film. I'm on 25 different TV networks, platforms, and TV stations. I'm on like three networks, including one in Canada. I'm on like 4 independent stations, including 2 major market ones, Atlanta and Orlando. And I'm on like 17 streaming platforms, including our own YouTube channel. And I've added a co-host with me, which I'm so thankful for. I've added a lady named Holly McClure. She is. She's also a veteran in this industry, if you will. Complement each other, We work together real well, and it has really relieved a lot of the stress because every time I was about to do a show, I would go into a little bit of stress mode. Oh man, am I going to be able to carry half an hour talking to somebody? Am I going to ask the right questions? And so she has really relieved that. Where if I go blank, she kind of just steps in anyway.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Well, it's taken a lot of faith. You step out on faith, and commit and surrender it all to the Lord.
That's the important part.
Let him take it and do it. Yeah.
That's the important part because I've always felt like, the plans that he gives me have to be much bigger than me, much bigger than I can do. Yeah. Because if I could do them, first of all, I wouldn't need them, right? I can do it. Why do I need God? And then I obviously wouldn't give him the glory because I would kind of feel like I did this myself. So by going much bigger than I would have ever anticipated I could do, and having my faith in what I know his purpose for my life is, has really, I think, is what's made it all possible. And it's all him. That's why I say it's all him.
That's it. Amen. Oh, gracious. What a great testimony that is of your faith and what God is having you do in this season.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I want to let people know about your YouTube channel.
Yes.
So you can certainly go and subscribe to Isaac's YouTube channel and his Faith on Film. It is a wonderful show. And, such a good timing right now for such a time as this because of the faith-based films that are coming out, being done, and it's just a wonderful time. And I myself have talked with and plan to talk with more of the faith-based actors and about what they're doing in what God
Yes.
has given them to do in the season. And I'm just so pleased and proud that that more and more of the faith-based films are coming out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're
There's
doing
definitely lots of them.
really
You don't
well.
hear about a lot of them because it's only the big ones that are studio films do you hear about,
Yeah.
but a lot of the smaller ones you don't. And there's lots
I,
of them. And by the
yes,
way,
lots of them.
lots of Hollywood actors are coming out, and I don't mean they're coming out as gay. They're coming out as Christians.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Amen. That's just awesome. Thank you again.
You're
What an
welcome.
honor to have you, Isaac. And just appreciate all that you are doing for the Lord in this season. Thank you.
Mhm.
And thank you all for watching. And I also want to thank Creative Motion Network and Abundant TV Network. Great networks for you and your family. And have faith and look up, friends, where our help comes from. Bye. God bless.